Now, we begin this half hour with confirmed COVID cases now surpassing 63 million in the U.S., with about 1/10 of those cases in California. Hospitalizations here are also on the rise at more than 12,000.
Well, in a lot of cases, hospital staffs are already stretched so thin they've been working nonstop since March of 2020. And so now there is a day of action planned among many Bay Area nurses. Today in the Bay, Cierra Johnson live this morning. Cierra, what are the nurses demanding?
Good morning. Well, the concern really is just the working conditions and the conditions of those they are working with. We'll get more into those demands in just a moment. But this is exactly where the first one of many protests will take place. We saw one of the union leaders. She just arrived, and we do see some individuals with signs. This one of several protests taking place today as part of that day of action to draw attention to what some are calling concerning work conditions. Now, according to the explanation on the National United Nurses website, the union explains they believe sending nurses and other healthcare workers back to work while infected is dangerous. They continue by saying, quote, "If we get sick, who will be left to care for the patients and community?" This, of course, in reference to an announcement by the California Department of Public Health that hospital staff members who test positive but are symptom-free can continue to work as long as they're asymptomatic. Now, the policy is set to remain in place through February 1st, and it's designed to keep many healthcare workers on the job at a time when hospitals are expecting more patients. Now, the California Department of Health and hospitals are reaching capacity, and the decision was driven largely in part by the staffing shortage and just how difficult it is right now to provide essential care. Now, the day of action, as I mentioned, happening at several hospitals, this being one of the first here at UCSF. It kicks off at 6:30. There will also be similar protests throughout the day in Oakland, Santa Rosa, and down there in San Jose. So we will, of course, continue to keep you updated both online and in our later newscasts. We're live in San Francisco at UCSF. Cierra Johnson for Today in the Bay.